Children sing their song, a song of happiness, a song of clapping.
This is the AIM2BE Seminar with CountryBird.
What elders do. What elders do when corruption fills the society, so much so that it's only the fittest that survives, so much so that you need to know somebody from the top before very simple task could be carried out in the community. What elders do when the children that we call our future leaders are left neglected, so much so that they don't even know their left from their right, so much so that even those who knows their left from their right don't know how to explore their potentials in order to benefit them and the community in which they live in. What do elders do? What do elders do? I'll not attempt to solve or to answer this question, but to give it to the CountryBird novel to answer these questions for us. But before we go to that point, we need to discover who an elder is. One dictionary definition for elder is older, or somebody who is advanced in age. That is who an elder is. When we go to our traditional setting, there are people who occupy the position of elders, and those people, mostly they are old people, and they are people who have wisdom. So people who are old and have wisdom are the people who are used to stand in as elders when it comes to when we come to the palaces to advise the chiefs and the kings on some very relevant issues that need to be discussed. So they advise the chief or the king on those very relevant issues. When we come to our churches, we find a group of people there too who are called elders. Those people are overseers. Those people are the pastors. Pastors are also called elders. So when it comes to the church setting, they are not always old people, but they are people who have distinguished themselves, so much so that they are given the oversight responsibility to watch over the souls, using the authority they have, which is the Bible, to guide people's lives and to help people become better and help people to make heaven as their home. So these are some of the definitions that comes for the name elder. So from our various definitions for elder, a few things stands out here. The first thing is age. The second thing is experience, and the third thing is wisdom. So these three things make up a definition of an elder. So an elder is a person who has age, who has experience, and who has wisdom. So these three things make up for people we call our elders. Now, when we look into the CountryBird novel, we will find three individuals who displayed very proactive elderly roles that I would like to talk about today. Now, the first on my list, I just want to mention them out to you right now. Now, the first is Okese or Okesie. The second is Zulu Bawa Ali, and the third of them is Roger Parkes. Why do we call these people elders? Why do I refer to these people as elders in the book? One, Okese is referred to as an elder because he had the nations at heart. So what really happened in his life? He was this person who realized that the nation in which he was then was not doing anything better, and he saw that there's a way by which the nation can be made better. Okay, but all the plans that he came up with, the people, all his ideas, the people didn't really give attention to his ideas. So because he had this elderly kind of, a kind of status, what he did was that instead of just throwing away all these ideas, rather he put them down in a document, so that the generation after him the generation after him would discover this book of ideas that he has written down for them to follow, to become very, very fulfilled people as a nation. So he passed away. He didn't only pass, but he passed leaving his ideas in books, which he kept securely somewhere. So a time came when this individual by name Zulu Bawali came across these ideas book. Now, after reading the ideas book, he saw that this is great wisdom which was expounded by someone who was from the ancient time. And it seems that people didn't really give it attention. So he built his life on these ideas which were brought up by this by this bird by name Okase. So he built it up, and then that really helped the nation to develop. He made the nation a better place than it used to be by using the ideas from this Okase person. Now, the third person I want to talk to you about now is Roger Parkes. Now, Roger Parkes played a very special role in his country that I want to talk about here. In his country, there was a peculiar problem, which is with a storm that destroyed lives. Now, because he was an elder in his country, he saw the need to remove this storm. So he worked towards it to get this storm removed. So these are elders traits that are very, very important, that we really have to be looking at very seriously. Why? Because these kind of traits make portray very, very, very good things that we want to talk about. And one of the greatest reasons why we need elders is because they provide the footprint for development in our communities. They provide the footprint for development in our communities. It means that they don't see themselves as positional leaders, but they see themselves as role models who provide the leadership to help the people develop. So if we have good elders in a community, you realize that they'll come up, or they'll put up the platform, or they'll create the foundation to help young people, help people all over in the community to find something doing that will help their life become better. So you would realize that this Okase, this Zulu Bawali, and then this Roger Parkes, they laid foundations that made their respective nations become better place to be. So these are the roles of our elders. So these are what our elders really ought to do to make the life of the people in the community better. That is what they are supposed to do. Now, as you are listening to these things, I'm challenging you to stand up to be an elder in every corner that you find yourself. You currently could be a youth leader in your church, a pastor in your church, or probably a politician, or somebody who occupies a position in your community, your home, anywhere. I'd like to challenge you today to stand up as an elder, because we need elders in our nations. We need elders in our communities to make our communities a better place to live. We don't need people who are so bossy, people who want to be to be at the top, who control all affairs just because they want to benefit themselves. But people who are selfless, people who have the nation at heart, people who want to really make the next generation look back at them and say, wow, this was a remarkable leadership that we saw the past 5 years. So I want to challenge you today that be an elder, and your world will become a better place to live. Now, respond by saying aim to be when I say CountryBird. CountryBird.